right, let's come to the big story in Maharashtra today, and it's been a political potboiler over the last few weeks actually. Today things have taken another twist and turn. So it's all about a fight that has broken out between Param, Singh, the former police commissioner of Mumbai, and the Home Minister of the state of Maharashtra, Anil Deshmukh. Remember, Param Singh was shunted out in the Sachin Vaze until explosives case because the Home Minister said that he had shown a dereliction of duty, there were lapses, and that's why he had to be moved out. Now, Param Singh over the weekend shot back with a letter to the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray, in which he made some very, very serious allegations, including that the Home Minister of the state, Anil Deshmukh, has been asking cops of the Mumbai police under Param Singh to help him get 100 crore rupees a month as extortion from nearly 2,000 bars, restaurants and other eateries in the city. These allegations have been refuted by the government, by the Shiv Sena and by the NCP, which are in alliance with the Congress and form the government right now in Maharashtra. In fact, Home Minister of Maharashtra, Anil Deshmukh, went as far as to say that he would file defamation charges against Param Singh. Meanwhile, in another twist of events, Param Singh has moved to the Supreme Court asking for a CBI investigation into the charges he wrote in his 8-page letter to the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. Param Singh in his petition says that because the state of Maharashtra does not allow the CBI, has withdrawn general consent to the CBI to investigate cases, that's why he needs to go to the Supreme Court. He's also challenged his removal from the post of Mumbai Police Commissioner. So quite a messy situation emerging there, but it also raises several questions about what has happened. And over here tonight in this discussion, we're not going into the details and merits and demerits of the Antilla case per se, because frankly that is still under investigation and not enough clear facts and information has emerged from it. I'm going to focus on what is happening with Param Singh and the Home Minister of Maharashtra. So I have with me to speak on this MN Singh, the former Mumbai Police Commissioner, on the show. We're also joined by political commentator Tejas Mehta. So welcome to both of you and thank you so much for speaking with us. Mr. Singh, let me go across to first get your response to the situation that is evolving and puts the Mumbai police in a very murky light right now. First, you have a top police officer like Sachin Vaze, who is under a huge cloud of corruption. He's been accused of actually planting explosives in a city, custodial death, etc. There's a whole lot of allegations against him. Then you have the top cop shunted out, who then hits back and says that the Home Minister was actually asking his crew and his officers to extort money. What do you make of this mess?
Well, yes, the situation is certainly very messy, and the police commissioner and the ex-police commissioner and the Home Minister trading charges against each other and washing their dirty linens in the public has put both the police force as well as the government of Maharashtra into doubts. The result is that the police image stands very badly damaged, sullied, and there is a question mark about the credibility of the police functioning and the functioning of the top officials. But at the same time, the allegations that Mr. Param Singh has made against the Home Minister puts this entire government of Maharashtra on a very slippery ground. The government is very shaky, and when the government becomes shaky and weak, it is the governance which suffers, and that is what has happened. The result is that the public will have no faith in the police functioning, no faith in the government. If there is any iota of truth in these allegations of minister collecting money through junior officers over the head of senior officers, it's a very, very serious matter. And now that Param Singh has decided to go to the Supreme Court, he is not willing to back down, and he has asked for the CBI probe. Well, let us see what the Supreme Court decides. As far as the transfer of Param Singh is concerned, well, it is an administrative order, and the government has the right to transfer any officer anytime. But of course, if the transfer is said to be for a certain reason for lapses, etc., which this Home Minister has gone public to say that Param Singh was transferred not in a routine manner on administrative grounds, but he was transferred because of certain lapses which he thinks he had committed, then Param Singh is well within his rights to challenge that. And he has challenged it very, very strongly. He has gone and made very serious allegations against the government. Now, I feel very sorry that
all right, I've lost Mr. Singh's audio, but we'll try and get him back on. He was making a very important point there, saying that these allegations are very serious. Mr. Param Singh is well within his rights to question his transfer. If it is because of a lapse in duty, as the Home Minister is claiming. Mr. Singh, we lost your audio there in the last, but do you want to quickly just complete your point?
Lost the audio? Yes. Well, I was saying that today the government of Maharashtra and the police force of Mumbai both are in the docks. The Home Minister and the ex-police commissioner, a DG rank officer, they are trading charges against each other, which has completely eroded the public confidence in the police force and also in the government of Maharashtra. The government of Maharashtra today is on a very weak wicket, sticky wicket. And when the government becomes vulnerable, as there is a demand of all kinds of government resigning and being dismissed, etc., then it is the governance which suffers and it is the public which suffers. In the meanwhile, there are certain things which have happened. I don't know what was the motive of Sachin Vaze, because he has been arrested in that case and he is being investigated, and now some 2 more arrests were made yesterday, including one of a policeman who was convicted in a murder case and who was a part of their team. So it's a very, very murky kind of a thing. But the motive is still not clear, but I'm sure that the NIA will be able to crack the case.
Which is why I said we're not going into the original case right now, because the motive is not clear. Frankly, there is more speculation and rumors than what we actually know. There's no clear charge sheet filed.
Yeah, there is no motive is not established, but there are very clear
that Param Singh has written this letter.
Yeah, Tamanna, but though the motive is yet to be established.
Let me come to the other aspects of the case.
Okay. Yeah, there are clear indications
Tejas,
about the involvement of some policemen. Now, why the policemen were involved in this?
Yes, there are clear indications of the involvement of policemen, and that's the part I want to come to, Tejas. Now, one question, of course, is what happens to the Maharashtra government, which is a coalition government right now. We know that the BJP has been saying that it is a shaky government and wants to see how long it will last through all of this. We know that old political rivalry and animosity on one end, but apart from that, this is a shocking, series of events. In any case, can they really hold off on removing Anil Deshmukh at this point?
Well, as of now, at least, once Sharad Pawar makes a statement, he becomes, quite clear as to why he is doing what he is doing, and he's, I think, one of the shrewdest politicians we have in Maharashtra, if not in India. Initially, of course, he said we need a probe and let's find out what's really happened. But today is very clear that he's not going to resign because he was not in Mumbai as claimed by Param Singh and the others, but he was actually in Nagpur in quarantine. So I think we really need to know, had he come back on, say, 28th, the last day of February, then things would change. I think we need many more facts to get, declutter what's really happening. But politically, I am of the belief that, this government will survive, not because it is stable, not because it is not on a slippery wicket or on a loose wicket, but only because it's a matter of survival for them. The NCP is the second player here in a sense, and that's the only government they have. Has the same thing for the Shiv Sena. And among the few governments that the Congress has, Maharashtra is just one of them. So I think it's a matter of, more out of a requirement and need for survival and to stick together, that they will really, hold hands together at this point of time. But yes, internally the politics is already playing out. We have been seeing how the Shiv Sena has been, lashing out at the NCP in a sense, saying that, what do you mean that, there were lapses by Param Singh? They were indeed initially trying to, assuage Param Singh that there was no problem with the Mumbai police, but I think the Home Minister was in a completely different line and tone, and that has really, set the ball rolling within the Aghadi itself, where we are feeling that, the two alliance partners, the senior ones, especially the Shiv Sena and the NCP, are not seeing eye to eye at this problem at this point of time. There was enough, palpitation, enough of tribulations within the two parties, between the two, because we have seen for the last many months now that many other issues have cropped up, which have been, kept the pot boiling. And now this is perhaps something which even the Shiv Sena would be thinking, do they need to retain the Home Ministry? Very, very difficult for Sharad Pawar and the NCP to give it up. But that will be the entire battle. Of course, the other battle is going to be between the center and the state. Already you have the ATS, which is claiming in not even a week's time that they have resolved the case, and that now they can move ahead, and asked as to why, how can you say the case is resolved, the murder case and the Antilla case, because the NIA is going to be actually investigating. They said we have not got any formal orders as yet. So you are seeing that the one-upmanship between the central government and the state government is going to take place further in this case, just as it took place in the Sushant Singh Rajput case, where they're going to be wanting to, have the case in their kitty. But yes, the Supreme Court is going to again play this a similar role as to decide which
we should focus on
this case. And of course, what
no, absolutely, tomorrow, you're right, Tejas. You're right, Tejas. This is once again turned into a center versus state fight. With the central government and the BJP pitted on one side, the Aghadi government pitted on the other, and this has become the latest stick to beat the MVA with. But I want to focus on what it really means, and Mr. Singh, which is why I was keen to talk to you today. For people who are watching this, the fact that a police force like the Mumbai police could be turned into possibly lackeys and henchmen of politicians and collection agents to collect money for them is just shocking. It's just shocking, and it also speaks to the amount of political pressure which is on police forces. What is even sad that it's shocking but not necessarily surprising. There are very few people who would say, oh, I can't believe that this can ever happen.
Well, yes, you are right. It is very shocking. There is no doubt about that. It's very shocking that the minister has been calling, as it is alleged, junior officers, but the rot has gone so deep. It starts with the reinstatement of API Waze after 14 years under suspension.
16, yes.
And during which period he had joined Shiv Sena and become the spokesman of the party. He had also started some business activities, business enterprises and all that. And then to get him back while he is still facing the murder charge, that itself was a very wrong decision. And at that time, I think the government made a mistake, as it is said that, as Fadnavis has said, that Uddhav Thackeray himself put pressure and all that. But at that time, the police leadership, the police commissioner and the DG police should have put their foot down and advised the government that it can't be done. I know it is very difficult. If the chief minister is hell-bent on taking this fellow back, it will be difficult for the officers to resist it beyond a point. But it only shows the malaise of the politicization of the police. You bring a Shiv Sainik in police uniform. Sachin Vaze was virtually a Shiv Sainik in police uniform. And the day he joined the police force, he joined the Shiv Sena party, he should have been dismissed on the charge of joining politics. Because an officer, even while he is under suspension, is not allowed under the service conduct rules to enter into any political activities.
That's the thing. That's the thing, Mr. Singh. There is no shortage of police officers who have joined political parties soon after they have retired.
After retirement.
And that's across the board.
Yes,
not just for one party. Yeah, so that intertwining. That intertwining between police officers and politics sets a terrible precedent.
He is facing a murder charge, and his reputation as an extortionist police officer is known in the police force and others. And then he is brought back and given a very important posting in the crime branch. in the crime CIU, which is like the CPO of any electronic unit, which is controls all the intelligence and monitoring activities. And he was involved in so many other high-profile cases. That is how it brings a little question mark even on the supervisory role of senior officers in the police. That when they ought to have put the foot down. Probably they were either intimidated by the political bosses, or they had their own
absolutely. Why was this not all said while Mr. Parambir Singh was, a police commissioner in the Mumbai police? The question of timing will also come up. It's a complex case, but at the end of the day, the faith of the people in the police administration is important, and it's definitely taken a knock with all of the events that have unfolded. Thank you so much, Mr. M.N. Singh and Tejas Mehta, for joining us on this discussion today.